the Catholic Church did, even to indigenous people. They had resident schools. The Catholic Church had resident schools where they stripped the natives. They stripped the natives here, stripped them just like they did our people in Africa. They stripped them of their identity. And our God, Christ, is telling you, you need to surrender and you need to get baptized. And for a long time, she worked to. I just saw this 4-part series about Njinga on Netflix, and I have just so many thoughts going around. I have known about Njinga for many, many years. I read the story to my children many years ago, but seeing this 4-part series and having the history professors that are there in Angola today and history professors here give the background was amazing. I won't go into too much detail, but I'll say this. The Catholic Church was built on slave labor. I mean, the slave trade could never have flourished without the Catholic Church. I don't think that is talked about enough. And, even here, me living in Montana and knowing the history of resident schools that the indigenous people were placed into, that stripped them of their culture and their language and their appearance, their faith. Those things really need to be talked about more. And even Christianity, understanding the how Christianity spread the way it did and how it was used to really keep our people oppressed. We all know about the slave Bible that's on display in DC, where they took stories such as the story of Moses out in order to for us not to know who we really were and to keep us enslaved mentally. But I also see how Christianity is being used today through politics to try to look down upon the people and in order to lift up to further their agenda. The other thing I see is when people invite me to church, right? So people see my family, here, Florida, doesn't matter where we've lived. And when they've talked to you a little bit and they think they got a little leadway with you, they love to invite you to church. What are they doing? They don't think that you are holy enough. They don't think that you have, they need you to be indoctrinated, right? And once you watch this film, everything I'm saying will make sense. You'll see that this strong warrior king woman, because that's who she was. She was a warrior king woman. You'll see the things that she had to go through in order to keep the colonizers out of what is now modern day Angola. She did amazing things, but the Catholic Church had a big role in it. It's talked about a lot in this film, and I encourage you to watch this film. Things are going to just start clicking and making sense on what we see today happening. This is a very important 4-part series to watch on Netflix. So schools, we got to teach it. Let me see if I can find the book. Let me see everything the Catholic Church has done. He was just talking about just Christianity and how it was built upon slave labor and what they do now. This is why I said we got to come out of their churches. When I see our people sitting in their churches, I'm just like, they will ignore your pain. They will ignore your oppression, but you would sit up there and pay tithes there. It's the same thing they did, when they were colonizing Africa. They came in with the Bible, and you'll see it in the series where many times they were holding the Bible when they went to Queen Njinga. Check it out. Let me know, y'all, what you think about it.